Namaste and welcome to Scintilla. Before we begin our adventure, let me tell you something exciting. This isn't just a story and it isn't just a book. It is a grand journey through the magical world of the Mahabharata and the timeless wisdom of the Bhagavad Gita. Our journey will unfold in three exciting seasons. In the first season, before the Bhagavad Gita, we'll talk about the Mahabharata. We'll travel back in time and discover the incredible story of the Mahabharata from King Shantanu and Bhishma to the Pandavas and Kauravas. The season 2 is the road to Kurukshetra, where we'll witness great adventures, difficult choices, and powerful events that led to the famous battlefield of Kurukshetra. And season 3 is where the Bhagavad Gita actually begins. We join Lord Krishna and Arjuna as we chant, understand, and explore the wisdom of the Bhagavad Gita, one shloka at a time. 3 seasons, one epic journey, and endless wisdom. So, are you ready to travel back thousands of years and begin this amazing adventure with me? Let us start with the first season of the greatest epic ever. Season 1, before the Bhagavad Gita, the Mahabharata. Before we begin today's story, let me ask you a question. Have you ever made a promise? Maybe you promised your parents that you would finish your homework. Or perhaps you promised a friend that you would keep a secret. Promises can be easy to make, but sometimes they can be very difficult to keep. Today's story is about one of the greatest promises ever made in history. A promise so powerful that it changed the destiny of an entire kingdom. But before we discover that promise, we must travel back thousands of years to a magnificent kingdom called Hastinapura, a land of mighty kings, brave warriors, beautiful palaces, and extraordinary adventures. So this is the episode 1 of our season 1, where the story begins of King Shantanu and goddess Ganga. Long, long ago, the great kingdom of Hastinapura was ruled by a wise and a noble king named Shantanu. King Shantanu was brave, he was kind, and he was loved by everyone in the kingdom. His people were happy. His kingdom was prosperous. But even though King Shantanu had a beautiful kingdom, he was not completely happy. Do you know why? Because he felt lonely. One day, while hunting in the forest, King Shantanu came to the banks of the sacred river Ganga. The river sparkled like liquid silver. Birds sang sweet melodies. A cool breeze gently touched his face. Suddenly the king stopped. He could not believe his eyes. Standing by the river was the most beautiful woman he had ever seen. She looked calm like the flowing river. Her eyes sparkled like stars. She seemed almost magical. Who could she be? Wondered the king. Gathering his courage, King Shantanu walked towards her. "Who are you?" he asked softly. The lady smiled. "I am Ganga," she said. Yes, children, the sacred river goddess Ganga herself had appeared before the king. King Shantanu was amazed. Soon he fell deeply in love with Ganga and asked, "Will you marry me?" Ganga smiled and said, "Yes, O king, I will marry you. But only if you make me one promise." A promise? Do you remember what a promise is? It is something we must always keep. Ganga said, "No matter what I do, you must never question me. You must never stop me. The day you question me, I will leave you forever." That was a very strange promise, wasn't it? King Shantanu loved Ganga so much that he agreed. And soon they were married. For some time they lived happily. Then one day they had a baby boy. King Shantanu was overjoyed, but something very strange happened. Ganga took the baby in her arms, walked quietly towards the river, and gently placed the baby into the flowing waters. The king was shocked. What is happening? He wondered. He wanted to stop her. He wanted to ask why. But then he remembered his promise. And so, with great sadness, he remained silent. Children, do you think that was easy? No, it was very, very difficult. Then another child was born, and once again Ganga carried the baby to the river. Then a third child, a fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. Each time King Shantanu remained silent. His heart was breaking. Finally, when the eighth child was born and Ganga once again walked towards the river, the king could not bear it any longer. "Stop!" cried King Shantanu. "Why are you doing this?" At once Ganga turned and said, "O king," she said, "you have broken your promise. Now I must leave." The king was heartbroken. But before leaving, Ganga revealed an extraordinary secret. These babies were no ordinary children. They were the celestial beings called the Eight Vasus. Because of a curse, they had to be born on earth. Ganga had helped the first seven return quickly to their heavenly home. But the eighth child had a special destiny. He would remain on earth. He would grow into a mighty warrior, a noble prince, a hero whose name would be remembered forever. His name was Devavrata, and one day the entire world would know him as. Any guesses, children? Yes, Bhishma. And so, my dear friends, our story for today comes to an end. But how did Devavrata become the mighty Bhishma? What extraordinary promise did he make that changed history forever? We will discover this exciting story in our next episode. It's time for something exciting, and it's quiz time. Let's see how carefully you listen to today's story. I have a few questions for you. Question 1. What was the name of King Shantanu's kingdom? 2. Whom did King Shantanu meet by the river Ganga? 3. What promise did King Shantanu make to Ganga? 4. What was the name of their eighth child? And 5. What name did Devavrata later become famous by? Write your answers in the comments below. Until then, Jai Shri Krishna.